Okay, you guys, the energy in the studio today is positively electric, thanks to our amazing guests. She is a Neumann-endorsed voice actor, author, producer, and teacher. He is an Emmy Award-winning producer, director, writer, and branding expert. Together, they are the founders and driving force behind the branding company Push Creative in New York City and the epic voiceover event, That's Voiceover. Check it out. I hope you're ready to get super buzzed because we are with the dynamic and dazzling team of Rudy Gaskins and Joan Baker.
Woo! Super buzz.
Hallelujah! Wow! It's Superman!
Oh, very funny.
It's Superman!
No. I was trying to help you there.
As we mentioned, this is going to be nuts today.
It's a
Love
pleasure.
it.
Put
Love
it there. You are, first of all, I got to tell you, you look beautiful.
Right?
Out of this world.
Chuck.
The first thing Joan says when she gets out of her car is, close your eyes. I brought a little piece of New York with me. So we closed our eyes, opened our eyes, and we see
And
this.
Norma Kamali.
We're like, holy Toledo!
I'm thinking as a New York girl, she's going to bring me a good New York bagel.
Yeah.
No,
And
she
then-
brought me fabulousness.
Absolutely. And then Rudy's like, hello? What about me?
There you go.
I
Hey.
brought some of this is
Gene.
New York. We're like, yeah, you look great too, Rudy.
Black and white
Thank
is
you.
very on trend,
Right?
Rudy, so
It
Okay,
very
is.
good.
I knew that.
Yeah. You guys are here from New York, and you graciously
Yes.
made time to be with us today because you guys via Skype, it's just not the same thing. We said we
No.
have to have
Yes.
them in the studio, so thank you for
Thank
fitting
you.
us in. We
Oh,
know
yeah.
you're in demand while you're out here this
We
week.
love it. The schedule is like a doctor's schedule. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
But
Except we can't keep people waiting the way doctors did.
Exactly. It's like, get in,
Exactly.
Nobody will allow that.
Exactly.
Okay, you're done. Next.
Yes, and they just call you a diva.
Yeah, right?
right.
All right, well, let's jump in.
We're
We have
going to get
so much
right into
talk
it.
About.
So, Joan, we're going to start with you.
Yes.
Okay.
You actually started your stardom
Yes.
as a child.
Yes.
right?
I was a child actor.
So, can you please elaborate on it and tell us a little bit about your story?
Sure. Well, since I can remember, I always wanted to be a dancer, an actress, and a humanitarian. I didn't know if I knew the word humanitarian, but I wanted to be someone that was healing. So at some point, I told what I wanted to do to my mom and my dad, and everyone knew. Everyone around me knew. And then at one point, a neighbor was in the Marin Shakespeare Festival, which was it's actually a global Shakespeare festival that people would come all over the United States, famous actors and everything. Well, there happened to be a slot open, and my neighbor was in it. Told my mom. I auditioned for it. I got in. That was the start of my dream coming true about being an actor. So from there, I ended up getting an agent, a top agent in San Francisco, and then I auditioned for a television show, which only ran in the Bay Area or in California. It was called Whatchamacallit.
Whatchamacallit.
Yes.
Not the candy bar.
No.
The TV show.
The TV show.
show.
And Whatchamacallit was a show that at the time, us kids wrote the show. We had directors and producers and stuff, but it was a very unique concept. It was very popular. It was on Channel 5 at 7:30 on Mondays. And the interesting thing was when I auditioned, and you guys, this was the best audition I ever had in my life, okay? I go there to this house in San Francisco. There's like 100 kids waiting to audition for one role. The original girl was leaving, and then there's 3 guys left, and they were looking for the new girl. So because I had an agent appointment, I went in, I sat down, and the producer said to me, she said, "So Joni," she said, "tell me how your day went." To this day, I don't remember what exactly I said, but when I looked up, she was literally pounding her desk with tears coming out of her eyes. She said, "Oh, hold it right there, let me get the director." She comes back with the director, and she said, "Tell the director exactly what you told me." Whatever I said,
Yeah.
I look up, and they're both pounding the table, tears out of their eyes,
Wow.
and I got hired.
And you have no idea what you
you don't
said.
remember.
I don't remember
Still?
because I was really
Still?
young. Yes, I've tried to remember.
Maybe we need to hypnotize you.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the
that-
real-
there you
No,
go.
I'm ready for that, Stacey.
She's already
I'm already ready for that. No, I don't know what I said, but
Wow.
for whatever reason, it hit the moment in such a way that it was
Yeah.
unforgettable. I was like, I just, I don't know. I just that I'll do anything in front of camera, but then to watch it later,
Yeah.
that I know you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. But I
exactly.
will do anything. Anything.
Whoa.
in front of a camera.
Yeah.
That's fun. Get your minds out of the gutter, people.
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
Okay, Rudy, what was the motivation of you're in Washington, D.C., and you say, no, I'm going to go to New York? Why?
Film school. Directing film. See, I stayed in D.C. to go to study architecture originally.
Okay.
And I had a choice in high school, architecture or film school. But what I didn't understand was that film actually led to paying jobs. I thought it was just for fun because all my film experience had been to make whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
And, you know, after school program in film at George Washington University. And I said, well, I'm going to have to make a living. So I chose architecture. And I did a year in architecture, and it took that year. Amazing how naive we can be at a young age. But it took that year to figure out that everything I'm seeing on television is people making money. What do I mean I can't make money in
quick
film?
study, Gaskins.
That's right.
So,
It
yeah.
only took a year, baby, but you did it.
A year later, I switched and went to New York. And it wasn't easy because, I mean, I wasn't making any money. So
Right.
I basically hitchhiked to New York and slept in the park
Wow.
the night for one night.
You slept in a what?
I slept at Washington Square Park.
I was going to say
In
Washington,
Washington Square Park. That's
a little
NYU.
safer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was safe. I didn't know any better.
When Rudy hitchhiked, though, how many rides did you get? You got on 3 different.
I don't know, yeah, two or three rides.
Yeah.
The last one was a big 18-wheeler McDonald's truck.
Wow.
Dropped me off at a McDonald's.
Of course.
and,
That was his stop. Okay,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Where are you going? I'm heading to
We're
McDonald's.
here. I'm grabbing myself an Ed
Want fries with
McMuffin.
that?
Yeah. And you know what was really great is I wake up that morning sleeping on the bench using my little briefcase. That's all I brought with
You
me
and
as
the
my
pigeons,
pillow.
yeah.
I wake up with the pigeons and a movie beginning. They were starting to shoot a movie. So I wake up
really?
and there's a film taking place
Really?
around me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that's how I got to New York and did my interview at NYU, and of course went to NYU and studied filmmaking, and the rest is history, as they say.
Well, and also
Yeah.
you had an apartment for a year where you didn't have electricity because you couldn't afford it. I
had
mean,
to cut some corners.
So he paid some dues.
Yeah.
Yes.
You lived
Yes,
in an
Chuck.
How
apartment
many
for
cans
a
of
year
tuna
with
fish
no
did you
electricity
eat?
for real?
With no electricity and no heat. I mean, I was a vegetarian. I was eating mostly
And
raw.
no heat in
so
New
it was-
York. And you were
so
like, you
yeah.
had some blankets though. You
No,
had
I'm sorry.
blankets.
There was heat, but there was no gas.
Oh, no
So-
gas.
Yeah. So I couldn't have
look
my
at you overreacting. You had
no
heat.
electricity.
You
Yeah.
had heat.
No
you're fine.
stove.
What's
I'm
with
eating
the
like
whining?
watermelon and
Yeah.
oranges and cantaloupe.
It's
And,
perfect for raw food. It's nice.
Yeah.
for
It's
refrigeration.
I did a lot of photography projects by candlelight. So
Oh,
that was
very
became
nice.
the theme of my work for one
Yeah.
whole semester was like candlelight photography.
Candlelight for
So then how
Yeah.
did you go from that to voiceover?